Which is better out of the brand new Range Rover Sport SV or the car it's replaced, the Range Rover Sport SVR? Well, we're going to find out as we're going to launch the cars from 0 to 60 to see which one's quicker. And we're also going to get a horse in the video and we're going to do a sound test. But I think you already know which one's going to sound better. But hang on, we have a trick up our sleeve. I'm Max Ottavani and welcome to Driven Plus. Probably one of the main talking points about the two cars, and that's the power plant. So the engine in the Range Rover Sport SV uses a BMW derived 4.4 litre turbocharged V8. The old SVR uses a good old 5 litre supercharged V8. And we have Tracey alongside me here, and this is Tracey's SVR, as many of you can tell via the number plate. Great number plate, by the way.
Thank you.
Some of you may know her from the running world. You are GB champion.
Yeah, I'm GB sprinter, 200 and 400 metre sprinter. So I like fast cars, I like to run fast as well.
Brilliant. Between me and you, we have Basil here, if you want to give us an introduction of who
So
Basil
is a Highland stallion, and he's won Horse of the Year show twice and most major championships in the UK, and we thought we'd get him involved today to look at a bit of horsepower.
Why not? Talking about horsepower then, right?
Yes.
The SVR, how many Basils will we need to match the horsepower of this SVR?
So we've got 575 brake horse with the old SVR, as it is the old one now. Now we've got the new SV. Oh, sorry.
Well, that's what he thinks of the new SV.
And then we've got 627 of Basils in the new SV.
Brilliant. Now, Range Rover say the SVR will do 0 to 60 in 4.3 seconds. This one will do it in 3.6 supposedly. Let's find out. He's really not happy with the SV. Okay, Tracey, it's time to launch the SVR. Now, Range Rover say 4.3 seconds, but this does not have launch control. So what we're going to do is put the car in dynamic mode, which increases throttle response and all that stuff. We're going to put the gearbox in S. Going to brake boost it. What's the time, Tracey?
We're at 1.69, 473.
473. Ooh. Tell you what, should we have one more go?
Yes.
Try and get as close as we can to 4.3.
Yeah, let's go again.
What's the slope? Plus 3%. Yeah, so it's quite high, that's 3%. Let's try one more.
Okay.
Okay, Tracey, run number 2. What was the last one? 473.
473.
Come on, 4.3.
Can do this.
What is it, Tracey?
423.
Yeah, there we go. That's what we like. 423. Right, let's try the Range Rover Sport SV. Right, Tracey, it's time to launch the Range Rover Sport SV, the car you're buying. Now, this does have launch control.
Okay.
Compared to the old one. Now, Range will say 3.6. This bit of road, we got 4.73 in your one, didn't we? So let's see how faster it is.
3.87.
Almost a second.
But I can't read it while we're going.
Yeah, 3.87.
Yep.
That's the difference. Almost a second.
The minus 3.9, yeah.
The power was unbelievable then,
yeah,
wasn't it?
it was. He threw my head right back.
Wow. Well, let's try the same stretch of road, which we got 4.23 in yours.
Yeah.
Let's see the difference there as well. But that was rapid.
That was quick.
Okay, Tracey, time for run number 2. On this stretch of road, your SVR got a 4.23.
Yes, it did.
Right, so let's activate the launch control.
Woohoo! 4.02.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
That was slower than the first one, but anyway, it's still quicker.
It's quicker.
There we go, that's 1 point to the SV. Now, this next bit is the bit I've been most excited about, and that's the sound test. We're going to rev the two cars to see which one sounds better, and as I said before, we already know which one's going to win. Now, when I said before at the start of the video, we have a trick up our sleeves. This brand new Range Rover Sport SV has had an upgraded exhaust from Quicksilver, and this is what it sounds like. So there's a turbocharged V8, but what about a supercharged V8? Old is gold. 1 point to the SVR. Now the next test is regarding engine size. Now I just think if any manufacturer can offer the biggest size they possibly can, they're going to win the point. And obviously the SVR gets the 5 litre V8 supercharged, therefore this wins the point. This only gets the 4.4. However, they're both V8s and this produces more power anyway. So we're currently tied at 2 each, and the last performance stat which we're going to compare is the top speed. Say you're driving in both cars on the German Autobahn and you come up alongside each other, which one will go faster? Well, the SVR has a 176 miles per hour claimed top speed, where the SV has a 180 miles per hour top speed, which is closer than I thought, but 1 point for the SV. So next we're going to talk about the price of the two cars. And the Range Rover Sport SVR started from around £101,000 in its final year of production. The Sport SV starts from around £170,000. So £70,000 worth of difference. Now I can't justify that because I'm not going from an SVR to an SV. But Tracey is, and she's going to explain to us why she's going. Well, why are you making the switch, Tracey?
I just love the new car. I think it's so nice. It's, you know, it is a step up from this, even though I love this car, I'm so loyal to it. But it's a hell of a machine and I can't wait to get it really. I'm quite excited.
So if anyone's wondering if SVR owners are going from the SVR to the SV, yes,
Definitely
they
are.
And if anyone is in the market for an SVR, get in touch with us so we can get you in touch with Tracey so you can buy Tracey's SVR. On to the next round. Right, so we're going to start with the drivability of the Range Rover Sport SVR, and we've got the car in its most sporty setting, gearbox in S, throttle response in dynamic, so it's it's like a leery monster.
It is, definitely.
That's one thing.
Sounds amazing, doesn't it? It's just, I just love it. It's just fun. It's just aggressive. It's just.
Do you know what? That's one thing. Because I haven't driven an SVR for at least 2 years. And coming to the SVR as opposed to the SV, you kind of forget how mad and leery this version is. And everything's refined and pointed on the SV, but this is kind of out there. It's loud and.
You can drive it.
You can drive it, yeah.
The way you want to drive it, the way you want it to go.
But I'll be interested to know your take on the SV when we take you out in that in a minute.
Yeah, it's going to take some convincing. I love this car.
But that sound is.
just makes you smile. Get your foot down.
Want to put my foot down?
Yeah.
Do you know what, right? This is such an event to drive. You kind of forget how good these cars are. It's got such personality, such character from that engine.
Yeah. Yeah, it has.
And you forget how agile they are as well, because they do hold the road really well. And the SVR, this one has 7-speed dual clutch transmission. The SV has 8 ZF gearbox.
Okay.
Do you know what? Range Rover smashed out the park on this car, didn't they?
Yeah, yeah.
It's always going to be a hard car to beat, but shall we see your opinion of the SV?
Absolutely.
Let's go. On to the SV. Now, Tracey, you have the SV on order. Now, it's going to be really, really interesting to hear your feedback on the car, because I want to know if it makes you excited or whether, well...
Yeah, I think the speed of this is incredible. I think the feeling it gives you is just, it is quick. I mean, it is quick. You know, it is fun. I mean, I was kind of doubting the funness of it towards, you know, in comparison to the SVR, but this is nice.
Well, Tracey, what we're going to do, because you viewers already know my opinion on this car, and if you want to watch my review on this car, click up on the banner on the screen now. But I'm going to let you drive this car, Tracey, in order for you to understand how it feels like and compare with your SVR, because, well, you've had your SVR for 6 years, haven't you?
Yeah, 6 years.
See?
I love the car. I love it. All right, so I've never drove one of these, so
well,
I don't know where everything is.
Well, the only time Range Rover have shown you the car is that Range Rover House Unlocked. Don't you think it's a bit weird how they sold you a car for close to 200 grand?
And we can't drive it. No.
So this is the first time you've ever driven the SV?
Yeah.
And you've put your order in for them?
Yeah, I've bought one, spent all that money without even driving it.
You have a lot of trust.
And trust.
Yeah, you have a lot of trust in Jaguar Land Rover.
Yes.
So you're in normal mode at the moment.
Yeah, and it does feel stable. It does feel a lot more like the SVR will throw you around a lot more than this.
So like this is like the big selling point about this car is the suspension.
Yeah.
So it's like the 6D dynamics. So there's no anti-roll bars, so the car will try and keep itself flat throughout the corners.
It does. It feels like that, and I think it feels a lot more. It feels a bit more sensitive on the steering as well, actually.
Yeah, so there's a quicker steering response as well. I think it's 13:1 ratio. Now we've had an upgraded exhaust fitted to this car. If you press the SV button, I think Quicksilver, they give you an app which you have to open the valves, and we've opened the valves, by the way. And for anyone wondering what that sounds like, this is what the Quicksilver exhaust sounds like on the Range Rover Sport SV.
Sounds nice.
And the brakes as well. You can brake much later than the old one.
Yeah, you can, and it doesn't dip either. It stays stable, doesn't it?
Yeah, because like the old one would lift up, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would. Yeah, and I've noticed that. I wouldn't have thought about that before, but driving this, I've noticed the difference. It's nice. I'm a little bit speechless about it because I love the SVR that much. I want this to be amazing, but I don't want to. I'm loyal to my SVR.
Yeah.
I'm loyal.
It's okay. You can open up because you get one of these. So if you were to give the point, Tracy, would you give the point to the SVR or SV? We've got the SVR in picture there right now.
I know. You're
in the SV.
Oh, I'm going to go that way. I'm going to give it to the SV. Yeah.
Drives better.
Yeah.
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 It's a completely different driving experience, isn't it?
And I haven't had to put fuel in this one, so.
Yeah, that is one point, yeah. Yeah, this is better on fuel, so that'll be better as well.
Yeah, that'll be good as well.
So there we are. Tracy is given the point to the SV, which is all good. And on to the next test. This next round, we're going to compare to see how practical the two cars are. Starting with the boot space of the SV. Let's open the boot up, which is electronically assisted, which is what you'd expect for a car of such price. And here we are, 647 litres of boot space. But what about the SVR? Well, you get considerably a lot more in the SVR. 780 litres of boot space, and I must admit, I didn't expect there to be that much difference between the two cars. So that's 1 point for the SVR. Let's go take a look inside. So sitting in the back of the SVR, firstly it feels a really spacious place to be, thanks to all the natural light being let in from that panoramic sunroof there. But the seats are comfortable, you've got loads of space for your feet, loads of leg space as well. These seats are really nice to look onto there, got nice head space too. Yeah, these seats are really nice to really like sink into. You've got the carbon fibre trim here, you've got a bit of a door bin down there, heated and cooled seats, USB-C sockets and 12 volt there, and you have your armrest with two cup holders and a little net thing. So as far as practicality wise, it's pretty good. But let's go check out the SV. So sitting in the back of the SV, it's a really nice place to be. Loads of space for my toes. Headroom is good as well. A lot of natural light coming in from the panoramic sunroof. Although I'm struggling for a little bit of space here, but that's not the car's fault. That's Troy's fault. You're about 8'9", Troy. So yeah, if you're sat behind Troy in a Range Rover Sport SV, make sure you are small. But practicality wise, you have your cup holder armrest thing here that comes out there, and you get more storage there too. The leathers used are really premium, they're really soft as well. One improvement I think is the carbon fibre in the SV. You have this dry effect, whereas the old SVR you have this wet effect, and the dry effect just makes it feel that more premium. Heated and cooled seats as well, USB-C sockets and 12 volt sockets going on. But it's a really nice position to sit in, and the speaker comes to the door as well. The speakers they're finished off in this like denim type feel. I like this denim feel, to be fair. I am starting to like all this dry carbon fibre effect again. And one big improvement over on this car is the fact that I can adjust my seating position. SVR, you couldn't do that. And the door bin is a good size as well. Troy's had a hot chocolate this morning and he's put his cup in this door bin down here, and it fits really nicely. That's where Troy puts his rubbish. Let's go have a look in the front. So what storage bits do you have in your Range Rover Sport SV? Well, you got your cup holders here. They're a great place to put it. Say your drink does get warm, you can pop it in the fridge down there. That's a good place to put it. You also have your wireless charging pad for your phone. And say, for instance, your bottle gets too cold, take it out of the fridge and put it in the door bin. It's absolutely huge. You get 2 glove boxes, one on the top there. That's where Troy puts his chewing gums. And you also have one down here, and that's where he puts his cloth and his Driven Plus stickers for when his cars go on car wow. But other than that, it's pretty good. Shall we go check out the SVR? So we're going to compare the SVR to see how similar it is to the SV for internal storage units. Now, like the SV, you do have a fridge, which is the perfect place to put 4 water bottles down here, 2 cup holders here as well. But you get a massive door bin and an extra little private storage there, which I like. Range Rover, you should have kept that on the new SV. Double glove box as well, like the SV, which is all good. But thanks to that little private storage thing, I think the SVR wins this round. On to the next one. On to the last round, and the last round is the overall look of the 2 cars. And the SVR is more aggressive looking, so that wins on that front, whereas the SV is more elegant looking. But if you ask me which one would I go for, well, I think Range Rover just smashed the design of the front end on this one, so 1 point for the SVR. Now, comparing the 2 cars side on, how much bigger does the SV look compared to the SVR? But they both follow the same design language. They both slope towards the rear end of both cars. But the SV just looks so blended, doesn't it? If we just take note of the SVR, you've got this metal trimming piece that goes throughout. Come and have a look at the SV. It's hidden, and it just makes it look more elegant and more streamlined, and the word is definitely blended. And one point which I prefer much more on the SV are these carbon fibre wheels. They just look flipping awesome, and the brakes as well. You've got these massive Brembo calipers going on with the carbon ceramic brakes. Everything is better with the SV. That's 1 point for the SV. Now, the last comparison of the test is the look of the 2 cars. Now, from the rear, I love both, and I can't make the decision, but I'm not going to be making the decision. Tracey is. So, Tracey, which one do you think looks better out of the 2?
I love both cars, and this is I would say this is my younger self. It's more fun, it's more edgy, you can throw it around. This is more my older self. I think it's more classy, it's elegant. It's really difficult between the 2.
It is. Come on, which one are you giving the point to?
Oh.
I'll tell you what, because you're buying one, let's give the point to the SV.
Let's go to the SV.
There we go. So which Range Rover Sport is better? Well, the Range Rover Sport SV proves to be the better car, but the SVR is still a really, really good package. You've got the sound, you've got the practicality, but this just offers everything on another level. I'd like to say thank you to Tracey for allowing us to come up and film with the SVR today. I hope you enjoyed the video at home. Leave a like, subscribe to our channel, and comment what you'd like to see next, because we're going to be putting this car up against another SVR soon. Can you guess what it is? Leave your thoughts in the comments. Thank you. Bye-bye.